Hello everyone, this is Dev the Sunny Panda and welcome back to my playthrough of This is the Police. We are on July 23rd, Tuesday, and the Golden Bird reports Shia Broom re-elected as Freeburg General Attorney. Freeburg Tribune reports no black employees at the City Hall. Question mark. Mayor says accident. Sure, it's an accident, Mr. Mayor. The Fact reports major businessmen ready to invest in the future of the city. Alright, let's go into work. Or let's clock into... whatever you say. I say let's go into work. Stovall didn't come into work today, that's alright. He was tired and he probably needs a rest. I'm too tired, I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? Work. We're already down one officer. We'll keep you for the non-important cases, so no, you cannot go home today. Vandal says some pipes in my house busted and I need to wait around for the plumber. Can I take the day? You'll have to sleep with your house flooding, Vandal, because I'm not giving you that leave. Stripes, we can give one more officer stripes. Let's go for Robbins. Yeah. A well-deserved stripe, Robbins. Let's start the day. Do we want some tunes? No, let's just get down to business today. Day 9 and we have 35,100 in cash. Okay. So, feminist protest from City Hall. A few months ago, an unregistered feminist organization appeared in Freeburg. Today, they are holding their first protest. As far as we know, the organization is backed by foreign sponsors. Sure, that's what all political outfits say. And their goal is to get their people into important positions in City Hall. The protest may escalate into something more serious, and we need to show them who's in charge. Use batons and tear gas, even firearms if necessary. Let's show them what intimidation looks like up close and personal. No, what? Oh my god, this is... Feminist protest. About 50 women are gathered in the park chanting, "Let us be successful." We need to send 4 officers and the SWAT. Alright. We'll send Robbins to lead along with Samadhi, Burke and Burke Jr. along with the SWAT. That's all our force gone today. Almost all of our working officers are going to this protest to handle this protest. Okay, Martin Stett, our deputy, reports, "Jack, we have a problem. The chief prosecutor of Freeburg is a woman, and it seems she's on the side of the feminists. You might be walking into some serious legal problems. We better play it safe and fake some evidence to shield you from any possible prosecution. Evidence against Martin Robbins. Will forge a record of a telephone conversation in which one of your officers says he hates women and he couldn't wait to turn their faces into bloody mess." Martin Robbins, that's... No, we just gave him a stripe. Evidence against Christopher G. Sand. Will forge a letter in which the mafia says the feminist organization is getting in the way of their business and demands you to suppress the protest by force. What do we do, guys? I feel that we shouldn't forge any evidence. We aren't going to handle this by force, or should we be safe? I don't want Robbins to get suspended. He's a good officer. And this would probably be as good as accepting that you're working for the mafia. We're going to refuse it, and we'll see. Mr. Boyd, your psyche is in good shape. My only concern is your stress level. My research shows that Beethoven's music soothes and relaxes the nervous system. I recommend you invest in a bit of good old Ludwig van. It will help with any violent urges you might be feeling. Alright, so we passed the psychological test. We did well. And that's that. I think we are attending the protest, and oh no, a hostage situation at Johnson, Jurgen and Katz law firm. A dissatisfied client entered some law offices with a pistol, took several employees hostage, and demanded a meeting with the firm's partners. These shyster Jews took me for a ride. They sucked up all my money and my son still went to jail. We don't have enough people for this. We need one officer back here. I don't know if someone is going to die out there because we have sent less people. But we are not going to suppress the protest by force, no. And we are going to have the prosecutor on the district attorney or the prosecutor, one of them on our side. So, Jack, we have something going down today at Rubinovik Casino at 12:40. All right, we'll ignore that. Hopefully, no civilian is killed, because that would be a bad mark on ourselves, wouldn't it? Hostage situation reports. Offender caught. Good job. Officers unharmed. Good job. Civilians unharmed. Very good. Alright. We have an arson at the Last Picture Show Theatre. A young woman set fire to the movie theatre during the show and fled. Okay, Porter as lead and Weasley as an assistant to this investigation. I'm hoping the protest doesn't take a turn for the worst. We do have our officers and SWAT back, and we didn't suppress the protest by force, so we're doing well. Robbery at Rubon. Okay, this is the one we are supposed to ignore. A dealer at the casino called the police after a man entered the place carrying a grenade. He threw a duffel bag onto the floor and demanded that it be filled with money. This is for the mafia, and we are supposed to ignore it for 8,000 grants, but this is going to turn ugly. Civilians may die. Tough call to make. Do we ignore this as the mafia wants, or do we? If a civilian dies, that's on my hand as a police chief. It was my call to not send out officers, and death would be on my hands. All right, the arson at the cinema. Our detectives have started working on it. The management says the incident occurred during the screening of Jim Jarmusch's film Stranger Than Paradise. The screen is ruined and the members of the audience suffered minor injuries in the panic, but fortunately no one was seriously hurt. Mr. Cottrell says, I remember a girl with bright red hair. I sold her a ticket after the show started, although I usually don't do that, but she was really, really nice. I noticed a bottle in her hand, but I thought it was soda. I wouldn't think such a pretty young lady would come to the movies with anything hard. Mr. McKay says, I sat in the last row. A few minutes after the film started, I heard someone enter the room and slam the door. I was going to say something because I don't like it when someone distracts me from Jarmusch's vision. Then I saw a flash of fire and a flaming bottle flew straight at the screen. That's some Molotov right there. Mr. Cossey says, when the screen caught on fire, I thought it must be part of the show. You know what I heard? That Jim Jarmusch guy is from a nut house. Alright. Mr. Armstrong says, when the fire started, I immediately started looking around for a way out, and that's when I spotted her, the red-headed fool. She ran away quick. There wasn't time to do anything. Alright. So let's let our detectives get on with the case, and we are going to ignore this robbery call where some people may die because of us. But okay, we got 8,000 grand from offender escaped. Oh no! That's blood on our hands. We didn't attend the call, and the mafia killed a civilian. I knew that would happen. I should have responded to it. Alright, Demi Grenier, Mr. Demi says, she's from Mrs. Demi. He says, Mr. Boyd, today we are installing a new slot machine called Super Magdalene 3. Magdalene tree? Okay, the last time we put in a new one of the bigger kids almost broke it the first day. It would be great if you could send us a couple of your men to keep the kids under control. You know what? We're sending out the duo, the dad and son, because they are the perfect ones for this job. hopefully, hopefully they both just quit, and we can hire some new professional officers. All right, we have 43 grants. Suspicious individual at St. John's Hospital. A pregnant girl called in a report on a suspicious gynecologist who she met in reception. The doctor was behaving very strangely and attempted to persuade the girl to have an abortion, though she was already 5 months pregnant. Through streaming tears, she explained the doctor said that for only 10,000 he would save me from the parasite inside my body. This could be a false alarm, but it could also be a case of a shady doctor. So we're going to send out 2 of our officers to investigate, because that's some shady things. But the mother could be on some meds, and it could be just her talking crazy. Everything went great, boss. In fact, it's been a while since we had that much fun. We beat the hell out of them playing Hellfighter. All right, good job. Nice to know you both had fun on your day at the job as police officers. All right. Yes, except that one civilian. I still regret that. I should have sent out officers. In the ghetto, disorderly conduct. Housewife Takara Montez often complains to the police about her neighbors. They're constantly making a racket and often get into fights, always refusing to discuss things with their neighbors. She called the police again today after hearing loud bangs in the apartment along with loud screams. According to her, about 6 or 7 people live in there. Alright, Gibbons. Have I been calling her Gibsons all along? It's Gibbons. I don't know. Gibbons, Randall, and Somali. All 3 of you, get out there. Let's investigate this call of domestic violence. Suspicious individual. Doctor spots the police, grabs a scalpel, and boldly shouts, "Come on, I'll release your souls from this filthy world." That doctor is on something. Use pepper spray. Hit him with a taser. Attempt to restrain the doctor. Hit him with a taser. 1210 complete. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. I thought that would be a thing, but okay. Good job, Robbins and Grant. I'm happy I didn't implicate Robbins. Jack, you swore an oath to serve the city, and I did. I didn't use force to dismiss the protest. You can get lost, Mayor. Yeah. I'm happy the way the protest went, but I'm not happy about Christopher G. San. Jack, we are about to bring in a large shipment of alcohol, but we have heard that our new partners like to play tough. We need a couple of your guys for insurance. I mean, who better than these 2 to go out and handle some show of force? They're the perfect officers. Okay. The situation is more serious than we thought, requesting reinforcement. We have no officers, though, to send as reinforcements. They're almost back, but we have no one. Okay, they handled it. Offender caught, officers unharmed, and they all gained some professionalism. That went well, because Robbins and Grant were not yet back. This is a call about a raid at True Color Hotel. A call came in from a hotel occupant who was concerned about the cries of a woman in an adjoining room. Sounds to me like someone is being raped. Wow, said the frightened elderly woman. Alright, so this could be a false call, because it could just be like someone having fun, or a movie going on at absurdly loud volume. But we have to. We can't ignore this. It could be an actual situation that we need to handle. So we're sending out 2 officers. Hopefully, nothing heinous is going on. And even if it is, I trust Officer Robin and Officer Grant to handle the situation professionally. Arson report. Okay, we. Wasn't she wearing a bright red hair? But this is a blonde, isn't it? Or at least brunette. When the fire started, I immediately started looking around for a way out, and that's when I spotted her, the redheaded fool. Is this redhead? I don't know. It could be redhead in terms of the game. Let's see if there was any contradiction? No, there wasn't any contradiction. It's always a girl with bright red hair. So this isn't the correct sequence. It is. That is red hair. What? Okay. I thought it would be red, not dark brown. Zoe Nosek, a student, about a month ago she unsuccessfully applied for an usher job at the Last Picture Show Theatre. Alright, so we've got our culprit, and we need to send in 2 officers for this, and she's just a single lady. I don't think we didn't send the SWAT in. 2 of our fine officers who are well trained and professional are more than enough to handle this situation. And it seems that the call from True Color Hotel was indeed an actual call and not a false alarm. The door to one of the rooms on the 2nd floor is standing ajar, and through it can be seen a large man holding a crying girl by the neck. He's striking her in the face and shouting, "Shut up, you whore. I paid you. Now keep quiet." Okay. So I feel weird shouting out obscenities like this, but I think I should just take in the spirit of the game. Let the woman go or you're dead. Point a gun at the man. Strike the man in the knees. Okay, so if we strike the man in the knees, there's a chance that he may hurt the girl even further. So we're going to point a gun at the man. The girl managed to escape, but her pimp leaps from the man and another fight breaks out. Let them fight. Use pepper spray. Use pepper spray. The man shoves the pimp away and suddenly jumps out of the window. What the heck? Shoot the fleeing man in the back, jump after him in the pursuit, run down the stairs. Okay, if we jump after him, we probably are going to end up with hurting one of our officers. We just shoot the fleeing man in the back. Oh no. That was the wrong decision. We should have probably run down the stairs. How could they miss, Robbins? How could you miss? Both of you, how could you miss a fleeing man? You guys need to go to training and improve your accuracy. That's what you need to do. Robbins, this is the first time you disappointed me. I'm not happy at that outcome. I should have probably played it different as well, but well. Arson, the offender was caught and our detectives gained some professionalism. That's good. Alright, we are ending day 9 on a positive note of sorts. I mean, no, it's not positive by any chance. Boss, I quit. I just want to spend more time with my family. So Vela, who had 3 stripes on shift B with the highest professionalism, whom we had hired not just a few days back, has quit. Alright. On day 10, July 24th, Wednesday, local resident denounces mayor for theft of antique necklace. Wow. Representative of Orthodox Church may appear in Freiburg. Alright. And the fact report, city's unemployment rate drops below 1%. I somehow don't believe that. And Freiburg seems to be biased. The Freiburg Tribune, or whatever it's called, the number 1 paper in Freiburg. I was up all night reading an exciting detective story called The Last Temptation of Neptune, but I don't have time to get to the ending. I am almost certain that the killer was the salesman's ghost. Spoilers. But I can't rest until I know for sure. Can I go home and finish reading the book? No. Officer B. Again, it looks like the janitor hasn't been around to clean the toilets today, and I don't know about you, but I care about cleanliness of my intimates. Can I go home? No. What's going on? Yancy, my cats ate some cream past its sell-by date and they had diarrhea all night. They are better now, but I'd like to spend the day with them. Can I have the day off? I mean, I can relate with pets, and I have a soft corner for pets, but alright, take a day off. Start the day, and we have some hiring to do because one of our officers just quit, didn't she? So we are going to hire an officer for shift A, and it's going to be Elisa. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the last name because I'm going to butcher it. So hire Alyssa for shift B. Alright. And to take care of the hero. Francis Burke Jr. is today a hero, having pulled a drowning Senator Wallace Green from the river. Wow. The municipality, on the senator's recommendation, has decided to reward this outstanding officer. The ceremony is scheduled for July 27th. Okay, the event will be open to the press as well as Mr. Green's family, who wish to personally thank the police. Make sure nothing unusual happens to this officer, so he will be able to attend the ceremony and receive his medal without complications. So today is July 24th. We just need to keep him safe for 3 days, so 2 shifts. Alright, we can do that. City Hall, we can request something. I think we need an upgrade for an officer. We need one more officer. Do we need a raise though? I don't think we need a raise, but we need more officers, so we are going to request an officer. I think we can request no, we can request only one upgrade. So we request an officer, and next we'll go for a raise probably. Attempted murder. Sometimes your officer will arrest only 1 or 2 criminals, but when you're taking down a whole group, it's better to bring a paddy wagon. A truly professional staff can cope with the need for special transport, but most officers prefer a paddy wagon when the situation calls for it. Too bad the department doesn't have money for one. Oh no, do we need to upgrade one or buy one? Alright, we have just one officer who needs to be sent on an attempt at murder at the suburb. An ice cream van struck a schoolboy. Oh no. The ambulance arrived quickly, but the boy was declared dead on the scene. That's tragic. The nearby residents are enraged and demand justice from the driver of the van. He's currently holed up inside the ambulance while the paramedics try to reason with the crowd. The situation is quickly spiraling out of control. We can't send the SWAT either. Just Officer Kochi going like one lone officer, but she's professional and she has a stripe. I believe in her. All right, can we request a paddy wagon? No, we can't. So I don't know. Will we get a paddy wagon or not? We require it, but the department doesn't have funds for it. I mean. Christopher G. Sand calls, Jack, some black gangster hit one of our shops. It's too much for us to deal with right now. Can you help? We need to send 3 officers. Listen, you killed a civilian yesterday and I'm really upset about that, so I'm refusing this. You can deal with that on your own. Get shot or something. The situation is more serious than we thought, requesting reinforcements. Of course. The fact that I could send only one officer was surprising in the first place. We're going to send Purdy and Austin out. We don't have that many cops on duty today, so we have to be careful while sending them out on calls. But hopefully we have a decent day without a lot of hassle. Jack, we have something going down today at courthouse at 18:30. We wouldn't want any policemen crashing the party. Alright. 18:30 courthouse. Let's see. If I feel there's a civilian life at risk, I am going to respond and not going to let the mafia have their way. Noise complaint at the sawmill. An elderly man called the police station reporting that terrible screams have been coming from the sawmill for over an hour. The hell is going on? What's a guy got to do to get a little sleep around here? You'd better go check it out. I think this is a false alarm, so I'm sending Officer B. Attempted murder. Offender caught. Officers unharmed and civilians unharmed. Not entirely true though. We did have one dead boy, but alright. This is getting stressful. Mr. Boyd, I manage a large fleet of vehicles. This is Henry Sand, and wanted to organize a workshop for my new drivers. They have to learn how to behave on the road, so your patrolmen will never need to look twice at our cars. Please send 3 of your best officers. They will ride all day with my people and explain the intricacies of traffic flow and police monitoring. I've heard about the problems your department faces, particularly our obsolete fleet of police vehicles, so in return I would be happy to donate a paddy wagon. Alright, we need 1 officer to return before we can send someone out for this. We need to send out 3 people, and we have our officers back now, so we'll send Officer Austin, Officer Subaki, and Officer Asano. And we get a paddy wagon out of this. Okay, noise complaint at the sawmill. The sawmill is surrounded by a 9-foot fence and gates are locked from the inside. Shouts can be heard from within. This wasn't a false alarm and I sent only one officer. Okay, ram the gate with the police cruiser, knock on the gate, break the gate open. I mean, this would be a cool way to enter, but someone's going to get hurt. We'll just break the gate open. A man is threatening a young boy with a circular saw. The man is screaming hysterically. This wasn't a false alarm. Okay, pounce on the criminal, raise a gun at the man and order him to release the boy, take aim at the criminal and shoot to kill. Officer B, I don't trust your aiming skills yet. We'll just order him to release the boy. How? Did the offender like literally take the chainsaw and murder our officer? I should have given the shoot to kill order. Officer B.
B in progress.
We have a robbery at the drugstore. I can't believe that. No. How? Oh my god. Robbery at the drugstore. An emergency call was received from an all-night drugstore. An addict is attempting to gain unlawful entry. He violently threatened a female pharmacist, demanding that she open the cabinets. Alright, I'm not making the mistake again. I'm saying... No. I'm sending 2 officers out and oh no. We also had to ignore a call from the mafia, didn't we? Oh, I completely forgot about which one was that. Chief, we rode along and went over the basics with their empty-headed drivers. We are done for the day. Meanwhile, Mr. Sand dropped off a brand new paddy wagon. It's a nice piece of equipment. Too good for the idiots who'll be packing inside. Alright, that's good. We have a paddy wagon now.
410B in progress.
R.I.P. Mr. Officer B. Alright, robbery report. Offender caught, officers unharmed. That's good. Civilians unharmed. I should have sent one more officer. I thought it was a false alarm. Homicide in the courthouse. Yeah, this was something we needed to ignore. During sentencing, a serial killer by the name of Albert Ramirez seized a gun from the holster of the court bailiff and after shooting several witnesses, barricaded himself inside the courtroom. A young stenographer has been taken hostage. Okay, so we are going to have to send out officers because it's going to lead to a civilian death and we cannot afford that. We cannot have more civilians dying on our watch, but we also have a limited amount of officers. This could just turn ugly. So we're sending Kochi and Purdy along with the SWAT. I'm hoping that we don't lose more officers today. No, I still can't get over the fact that Officer B was killed. Oh, sorry. So there's an assault in the residential area. Emergency medical services arrived on call for a man complaining of chest pains. While they were treating him, the man suddenly attacked one of the EMTs, shouting wildly about global pharmaceutical conspiracy. The other personnel managed to escape and called the police. We have no officers to attend this call. Literally, no officers to attend the call.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Softbot.
They want, the courthouse incident requires more backup, but we have no officers to send. Oh no. Oh no! What was the SWAT doing? Did they just let one of the officers get shot? Officer Purdy, and we just hired her recently, didn't we? I don't know, but at least Kochi is safe. Oh no, we had 2 deaths today. This has got to be the worst day of my career as a police chief. I spoke to you soon, but it is still remains the worst day of my career as the police chief. Another civilian killed. Because we didn't have officers. This is a terrible day. Christopher Sand is disappointed in us. I don't care. You killed one of my officers. Jack, we don't know why you did it, but we hope you had a good reason. Don't forget who your friends are. We don't want any more trouble. I couldn't let people die, though I attended the courthouse call and I let someone else die elsewhere. So I don't know if it was worth it. And I have just one officer remaining on duty today. Oh my good lord. R.I.P. Purdy, R.I.P. Officer B. We are going to end this horrible day. Each of your employees receives a weekly salary, the ones who are still alive anyway. But if you bury the paperwork, you can pull in some money from any deceased officer's salaries, so long as they're alive and healthy on paper. City Hall will keep printing perfectly healthy paychecks. No, we're going to declare them dead. Officer Purdy, thank you for your service. Officer B, thank you for your service. Oh no, how did this happen? I'm going to end this video here. See you in the next one. Leave me a comment with your feedback and whatever you want me to improve on. And I'll see you next time.